Nathan.
Alex.
We're somewhere familiar today.
Very familiar. Well, very familiar for me.
Yeah.
Something you're familiar with.
Yeah, so we are going to look around and hear the story of Walsall Wood tyres and service.
Walsall Wood tyre and service.
Part of the story. So through the podcast, through the Your Garage series, you've done a lot of speaking about others.
Yeah. So I thought it'd be good to get down here and show people behind this curtain as to why I have the audacity to think I can go around and talk about others. But
and we get to hear a bit about the story as well.
Yeah, there's
how you got to where you
there's
are.
a bit of a story. I've come from tyres, so like my background is only tyres. And typically when we're talking to other garage owners, they are mechanics and then they consider doing tyres.
Yeah.
And I saw an opportunity where I thought, tyres isn't going to cut it for me alone. I need something else. But we started here in 2015, and this place was just a building with a barn door in the middle. And then I thought, I can see something here. I just couldn't afford anything. So a couple of loans, and 10 years later, we're here.
Nate, before we get going, just want to shout out to our sponsors.
We must shout them out. Yeah.
Big up One Tech.
Big up One Tech. Without them, this doesn't happen.
No.
So shout out, if you are not a One Tech business, reach out to them, because you should be a One Tech business.
Look in the description below for more information. So you've got this unit, which is Workshop 2.
Workshop 2.
Even though it was the first workshop, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
Then we've got your much bigger service centre, a bit further down the estate.
And we got a workshop behind.
And there's a workshop behind here, so there's quite a lot to look at.
There's quite a lot, so we better get on with it.
Should we go and have a good look around? Okay, right, let's go.
Cool. So, this is where it actually all began, in here. Trying to emulate the pit stop experience, like the pit lane, so like things that we can get in and out quite quickly.
So when you started though, when this was the only workshop, was it just tyres or did you?
No, so the MOT bay went in and I couldn't afford an MOT tester, so I was like, I'll just become one, can't be that difficult.
Yeah.
I've only got to tell you what's broken, I haven't got to fix it. So I started with me as an MOT tester, and then I'd sub out any repair work, and then I went from subbing it out to then getting an MOT tester, where that person would do the test in the morning and I would do the afternoon. So then the cycle would be that. All of that while I'm running the office.
Yeah, okay. So you got 3 bays here.
Yes.
How many years did it run as 3 bays? So presumably that was 2 tyre bays and an MOT bay.
So we used to have just a basic alignment ramp and then another ramp in between.
Yeah.
And it would be 12 months before I then seen the opportunity to go into workshop 3. And that then sort of just transpired into bulging at the seams forever. Just felt like I was constantly bursting at the seams.
Yeah.
But while I was doing that and spinning up loads of different ideas, like tried a tuning business, just tried everything. Just because I never wanted to say no to anything. It sounded like a good opportunity. Yes, I'll work it out after. But then there was lots of things that I had to just go, right, no more, don't like it anymore.
I don't think there's an issue with trying it, whether it was the right decision in hindsight, but you knew when to pull back.
Yeah. And I have absolutely no issue with just saying that's enough for that. It's not working. Yeah, that's done.
So tyres, as part of Walsall Wood Tyres and Service, how big is tyres still in the business today?
We're doing quite a lot. We're probably not hitting the heights we once was at some point, but now with the new setup and layout, we are aspiring to get back to the numbers. I used to get sort of anything between 700 to 800 tyres a month out of here when I was running the office. And then as I've sort of grew the team around, I didn't leave the knowledge behind, or I didn't leave the process in proper places. Like the office wasn't the best setup. The workshop was a bit unintuitive. When I would advise, I'd then jump in and fit tyres at the same time. So I would always hold it all together.
Yeah, so the process wasn't there, but the energy was,
Like you remember when you come and did the garage drive install, and I was just central to everything, and everything just ran through me. We didn't really have a garage management system before Garage Drive. I was the system.
Yeah. So what's the setup? Staff, front of house?
Yeah, so we've got one front of house here at the moment, and then the rest are either fast fit techs, where they do tyre fitting and anything in between the wheel arch, and then an MOT tester.
Yeah.
And then we have more front of house over in workshop 1. I like the idea of calling the front of house team more service controllers within service advisors, because the service controller does a lot more than what a typical service advisor does. They're not here just to answer phones and hand keys over. They're managing jobs.
They're controlling the workshop.
The whole flow of everything. They're dealing with suppliers.
Okay.
So it's a bit more of an involved job, which is probably why I struggled to understand how I was intending to scale it. And now we've got a great balance, and we've got a really good solid core team that really understand what it is that we're trying to do. And this is purely a model for wide and shallow, I'll try and call this one.
Yeah.
So we will take pretty much any car, but we will control the amount of jobs that go on.
Yeah.
Anything that's deeper, we go over to the bigger workshop.
Yeah.
And then we can be a bit more picky in regards to the manufacturers that we work on, because if we're not really set up for it, then it's not something we should take on anyway.
Yeah.
We don't have unlimited space.
And for those that perhaps don't do tyres at all, or don't have focus on tyres, there's not that much equipment in here. It doesn't look like it's too difficult to get going. I mean,
it's not too difficult. There's various nuances which will set you apart from an average place that does tyres to a really good place that does tyres, and that comes with definitely experience. So if you don't have the experience, then you should potentially look at getting someone that has the experience. There's an art to communicating tyres to customers. You can't just go, I've opened the door now, loads of tyres just tend to happen. There's a real skill in making sure that you're recommending the right tyre, and just because a customer wants a cheap tyre doesn't mean they want a cheap tyre. It's just it's a distress purchase to a lot of people. But I think the one thing that I always intuitively knew is doing tyres was more feet through the door than pretty much any other service.
We can see that. I think that's the thing that's really underrated about tyres is it is probably the biggest commodity in our industry. So it's a tyre, you can buy it from anywhere. But it does bring high footfall. You will get that customer who will just come to your garage just to get a tyre fitted, and it's up to you to capture that customer in for then service and MOT. So this place, although this is where it all started, this is now really a feeder, isn't it?
It's purely a lead magnet, really, and look, we can't look at everything like everything's a lead magnet to turn a customer into a high spending customer. Sometimes a customer doesn't want to spend lots of money, and you can't just put out a business that only attracts people that want to spend loads of money. Sometimes you need to provide a space where a customer can come in and spend 20
quid.
Get
a puncture repair.
Exactly, and that makes a massive difference where they can come in, still have a nice experience and not feel they've paid out the nose for it. So that was the whole purpose of now what this space is becoming. And we've got some really good young up and coming talent which is here to handle the pace, and they love it. Right,
we've got a lot to see. Should we go look at workshop 3?
Yes.
Which is just behind here.
Should
we go take
Let's go have a look.
Okay.
This was the second workshop that I took on about a year into the business. It came up quite quickly, and although it lacks in head height, it was a great space for me to get some more ramps in.
And for context, this is directly behind workshop 2, isn't it?
So, and that just made a quick difference, whereas I could still stay in the office and I could just manage this workshop from there. So just like some cameras, could see what's going on, I could quickly dip out.
So is this acting as an overflow for that workshop?
This is where we used to do
on the same management system, same tech?
So this is where we used to do the MOT repairs and everything, but now it just acts as the pit lane is at the front, and anything that spills over for something that either is unroadworthy, something we've advised for a customer and they authorise it, but we can just get it done in here. So anything from a service all the way up to pads and discs, lower arms, anything that's really inside the wheel arch, I thought would be a great space.
And is that managed by the advisor here?
Yes. So we run these 2 workshops as one branch. The one thing that I found is while tyres are great, you don't get great labour out of tyres. If anything,
well, you don't.
You don't get any. There's very few sort of like fleet companies that will pay you for fitting a tyre on top of the tyre. So we knew that there was work that we were potentially missing out on by not having this here. So it was always at the forefront of our mind. And then we've got the space to the other side of this unit, the small area, which was the dyno cell back in the day. But now we do wheel welding, which is really cool when you've got a tyre place which is quite busy.
Well, there's a lot of opportunity there, isn't there?
Loads of cracked wheels, loads of things.
You're seeing 700 wheels, 700 tyres a month. The odds are there's an alloy repair.
But exactly that. And it's a specialist job which not a lot of people can do, and the repair is good margin for something which is cheaper than replacing the wheel. So really this place is the fast fit overspill environment, really.
But the main event is over at Workshop 1.
The main event is Workshop 1,
We've got a lot to get through, so shall we go over there and go and take a look?
Let's go and take a look at the big hitter.
Let's go.
Workshop 1. What happened around COVID, an opportunity come up with this building being emptied out by a really good customer of ours. I knew it was coming up and I just saw the opportunity. There used to be like mezzanine flooring across the sides, and I just thought, this would be amazing for sort of like a service setup, because I almost feel like I've got a limited car park. I'm a stone's throw from my main office, and I can really sort of see this becoming a place for everyone, just a place for everyone.
I mean, it's huge.
Yes.
How many ramps?
Yes. 9 ramps altogether.
And parking 50, 60, 70 cars maybe?
Almost unlimited.
Yeah.
It feels like a cheat code.
So that was quite a risk because...
Yeah, it was huge because obviously I had no idea what was happening. I had a couple of things that was going for me. We didn't close during lockdown. We stayed open because we were an essential service. So we definitely saw a dip, but what we dipped in labour because of furlough, we made up for in profit. So we was actually profiting extremely well during that period. And my number 2 come into the business just before that happened in 2019. So Gav, who we'll grab in a sec.
Yeah.
He came into the business and he's like almost like some dynamic duo we just had. He understood what I was doing, and if I was being mental or just carnage somewhere, he would just pick up pieces. And it would be vice versa. If I saw him drowning, I would be able to just pick him up.
So did he come before the expansion?
Yes, and I definitely wouldn't have made the expansion remotely as successful.
So it's that
him.
Key person at the right time?
Yes, it was exactly that. To be honest, the moment that he walked through the door, the job interview was quite simple because I tried to employ Gav 3 years before he actually come to work for us. And I was like, you've got to work for me one day. He's like, yeah, we'll see about that. 3 years later, he's come around, he's like, any jobs going? I was like, yes, you're in. And the first day for him actually looked like, I'm going on a stag do, here's the keys, take some money.
Was that it?
First day.
Straight in the deep end.
Here's the keys to the workshop, make it happen.
What was your background?
This has probably been my 15th year in the trade. So I've been...
so your trade background?
Trade background since I was a young lad. So officially director.
Unofficially?
Unofficially everything.
Everything
else. So yeah, day to day can be from front of house, compliance, HR, disciplinaries. Hopefully we don't have any of those, but needs doing if we did. But we have parts issues, we have queries, complaints. So it can be anywhere within the business that I am required.
No, I mean, I've known you for a long time now.
I know, mate.
I know how good you are at the job. I know what you've got to put up with. Most of the time.
He's all right. He's manageable.
He's manageable, yeah, he's manageable.
So
but it is that key person in the right place at the right time that is absolutely essential to be able to scale.
Gav, thank you very much, mate.
No problem.
Let you crack on firefighting.
Someone's busy.
Thanks, guys.
See you in a bit.
See you later.
You went from a 3, 4, 5 bay workshop to essentially a 14 bay workshop with that at the front.
Yeah.
Well, how long did that take to fill these ramps?
Not that long. It just happens really quick. Me and Gav will have a saying through stuff. If we feel like we're going for a lull or whatever, we'll look at each other and like, we need to make it busy. And I think the art of what I look for in a really good service controller is know how to make it busy. As I've sort of grown from 2020 to 2025, we've added more things, we've took other things on. The opportunity when I took the whole building on was to sublet the offices, so I sublet some of the offices out at the same time. So that sort of like really sort of like allowed us to parachute into the building without any sort of immediate sort of like monthly financial risk.
Yeah.
But then we've come to 2025 now where we have all the offices ourselves, but we really now are sort of like pushing and accelerating into as many different avenues as we can. So we've got some pretty cool equipment in here. The lads have got their own tyre machine and balancer. We've got a full DPF cleaning cabinet. We've got literally all the diag tools in the world, a parts washer, just everything.
One of the things I've noticed, which I've not actually seen before to this standard, is this floor.
Yes, the floor's like 5 years old. It's something that made the place feel warmer. It was definitely easier on the knees for the lads that would be working in here. The only downside I've ever got to it is that it holds fluid underneath it.
So if it gets underneath.
Yeah, you can get a pool of oil in it and it becomes quite annoying because it's lifting everything up, giving it a squeegee out and then trying to lay it all back down.
Right.
But in the main, the impression it gives to customers when they're looking through the window is next level.
Do you mind how much it costs roughly to do?
They are about £7 a tile plus that.
Okay.
Back when we came in here, I would always hustle my way through stuff, as in I would like drain rebates out for certain things to just make other things happen. So when I moved in here, I ordered, I can't remember how many there are, there must be, I think about 1,500 tiles in here, maybe more. And that's obviously a substantial amount of money.
Yeah. When you compare it to getting a resin floor, this is 5 years down.
Yeah, and
still looks really smart.
And it's quite easy to just run a floor cleaner over this and it just comes up really quick.
Yeah.
So it just makes a difference to how everyone instantly feels off it.
Yeah.
Is the win for it here.
Shall we go take a quick look at reception, because it's a big reception,
yeah,
isn't it,
so the reception's uniquely different from the workshop too because we got more space.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the reception, big space. Plan is to probably make this feel more of a Walsall Wood home rather than feeling like just a big open sort of grey space. I want to put some personality in it.
I think in a couple of our receptions we've got, we do a lot of like community work, a lot of sponsorship, and we've got some of that on the walls and timelines on the walls. It just adds a bit of
it makes a
bit of a story to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes a massive difference, and it just connects the person to make sure they feel like they're in the right place.
Yeah.
The idea is we have more of a sort of like a hot desk environment where any of the advisors can jump into different seats, because typically they'll run on laptops.
I've seen them on laptops.
Yeah, so they run on laptops so they can plug in screens, so everything is on their laptop, and if they need to go and work in workshop too, they can take their laptop. And if they are here, they can just move across accordingly. So it just works really well for...
Seeing you've gone, it's like a desk counter hybrid.
Yes, yeah.
What's the logic?
Just a bit more casual in the sense I don't feel like this one needs to be so formal. It's great because we can showcase that we're an Overflow centre and a Navuno centre across both receptions in areas. So if anyone's a driver for one of the fleets, they get to see that they're in the right place straight away, which is really cool.
I've seen a big parts pigeonhole.
Yeah.
Everybody likes parts process.
We love parts, and parts has been really inspired by lots of other places that I've seen along the way. So should we take a look?
Should we have a look?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's go.
So parts, we see so many in and out the door all the time for both sides of the business, and this tends to be the main drop-off for the whole business in some respects, because not every delivery driver understands the difference between workshop 1, 2 and 3.
All workshops will drop here?
Not all, so certain suppliers will go and drop to workshop 2 or 3 when appropriate, but there's like certain like dealer suppliers that just have an address, and because you rarely see that driver, they don't come here enough to recognise what the cadence of the business is. So we tend to, if anything comes into the business, we'll handle it here for sure, but then there's our main suppliers will distribute it accordingly.
So when you're ordering a part, you supply a purchase order?
Yeah, so purchase order, so we create the item card on the job sheet. Purchase order goes to the supplier. We either give them the purchase order or the job sheet number. Yeah. So the job sheet number is always quite a quick one if you haven't created the purchase order and you're in a bit of a rush. So just give them the job sheet number, and then we will just tie that up into there. The other addition to the business, which I really liked, this is my latest version of what I think a mobile van will look like in the future. The graphic was imagined up by me because I love the idea of the QR code here, because it's just one big QR code, so people can scan the van.
So literally scanning any part of the van?
Yeah, you'll be able to scan any part of the van and it'll take you to our link tree, so we can update that on the go as well, which is pretty cool. I'll show you inside what I'm thinking. Yeah, so the idea of mobile vans, typically quite loud, like running on a petrol generator, and I don't like the idea of turning up to someone's house on a Saturday morning when all the neighbours are asleep. They look out the window, the neighbours do, and see which company's making all that noise. Yeah. It's just an extra bit of detail which I thought would be worth considering. It's just a battery operated tyre machine, so the balancer, which is just there, has a battery and an inverter underneath it, and then it goes into just a fully electric tyre machine which has its own mini piston screw compressor inside. So the whole experience is constantly being charged by the van. It's being charged by a solar on the roof, and it just makes tyre fitting very easy.
I think if I compare this to our machines as well, our vans, we've got 4 or 5 vans now, all kitted out slightly differently. Yeah. Traditional tyre machine. Yeah. Then they've either got a separate compressor, or they've got the PTO. Yes. Which is very expensive to get actually, put onto the engine. Yeah. But also, what I noticed about this is that this is aluminium.
It's very light. Yeah. Because it's modular as well. I can get a tyre machine and a toolbox into a van, which is medium wheelbase. Yeah. And driving around in a medium wheelbase compared to an extra long wheelbase, which a lot of vans are, makes a massive difference when you're going through residential, because the parking side of it.
Oh yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
So this has been used over the last few months on a lot of sites. So we've done a lot of fleet servicing as well.
Shall we have a quick look at some of the offices?
Yeah. We've got a gym there for the staff to work out in. And this is the studio. So I wanted to create a studio feel for the business that we can promote our own media internally, but we can also hire this space out.
Okay, so have you actually hired this out?
Yeah, I've hired it out actually a few times, and we're doing. We've got a couple of people interested through their company to come in and do some internal comms for their business, and it's just a great space. And I've got an amazing young digital media exec upstairs, and he's just so good when it comes to producing. And what he's doing for us with the time that he's spent with us is amazing. So we're looking forward to putting out some more stuff, which is coming soon. So we've got our own sort of like unique podcast, which we're going to try and spin up and be released in the next month or so. But yeah, pretty cool studio.
It's not your typical garage office.
No, not at all, no. So yeah, it started off as the marketing room where I used to have like one green screen and we used to make TikToks in here.
Yeah.
Social media is probably how my reputation within the industry has grown as a business to business side of things, because of what I saw on Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, all those sort of years ago. And now it's like trying to push it onto the next step. What's the next evolution? So this is a more open version of downstairs and is quite a unique sort of space within itself with what we're trying to do. So this is where we are bringing in another new concept of mine, which is our workwear side of the business.
Yeah.
I think the way that we present ourselves as workwear is a massive contributor towards how we make people feel. So we're going to create a brand called Clothing House. And Clothing House, the idea is what do you want for your business? You can discuss it with me, with Svitlana, who's working there, like she's our operations manager. Give us a wave. Hello, you okay?
Yes.
Excellent. She's just really helping me along in what I'm trying to do, because she has the expertise. She's worked in the field for a very long time.
So is this available now for people to inquire?
Yeah. So we have a landing page at the minute, which is on clothinghouse.co.uk. We're having a bigger website built, which will be for online ordering and personalisation as well.
Okay, yeah.
So that's coming probably in the next month or so, hopefully. So by the time that this is released, we should be quite close to the inception of that. And then in here, we've got our digital marketing exec. Owen, come forth, young man. You okay?
I'm all right, yeah, I'm fantastic.
Guys, this is Owen. Owen is my latest apprentice. I'm really big on bringing apprentices through and seeing enthusiasm with the ability to turn that enthusiasm into real skill. And his work ethic has been amazing for the time that he's been in here. And what we're working on at the minute, he's on all the edits of the videos that we produce downstairs.
Yeah.
So he'll come in, produce any video that we do, podcasts, shorts, any hire out, and then he'll turn that into a polished video at the end of it. And then the final part to the business is my area, which is like the boardroom chill kind of vibe.
You really are not short of space, are you?
No. So the idea actually here is, I don't like boardrooms. This environment is great for just bringing people in and just having a conversation, whether it's a fleet, whether it's a supplier, whether it's a new member, potential member of staff, whether it's just a manager's meeting.
Yeah.
I can do it all from here, and it just relaxes everyone. And also, it's almost the furthest point from the workshops.
Yeah.
So then I am undisturbed. It works really well. And then the last bit is like my personal office where I work, and I'm trying to just create a space where it reflects on my journey and my story. So my office is something that I really enjoyed doing and putting together, and even just as stupid as like the photos that I've got up at the moment. You've actually made it to the wall, man.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, you have, yeah.
Let me have a look.
Come on then, come on. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's my personalisation wall, and I've just got like a few bits that just like mean a lot to me. So like the people, like golf, just things that are starting to happen around, which when I bring somebody in here, they can just go, oh, there's more to know than what I realised. So yeah, it's
what a place, mate.
It's really cool, isn't it?
I almost forgot I'm in a garage.
Yeah.
I feel like we've come that far out of it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Awesome. I guess that brings us to the end of the Walsall Wood story then.
It does, yeah,
so
pretty
far.
much. Yeah, so far,
I mean, there's a lot going on. Fair play, mate. It's 10 years.
10 years,
from
yeah.
A unit with 3 ramps to this.
Tyre fitter to this.
Yeah, quite a journey.
Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. Well,
All right.
Thanks for coming.
No worries, mate. On to the next one then, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's
Hope
do
you've
it.
enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.
Let's do it.
Yeah, man.